In the last class, I mentioned the preparation of potassium dichromate, and I will discuss now the structure of potassium dichromate. In the structure of potassium dichromate, we may write K2Cr2O7 like 2K plus Cr2O7 minus 2. In the last class, I have told you the structure is like this. See here. O, one is bond is there, here is one O, minus and minus. Now, how this structure is possible? What types of hybridization takes place, we will discuss now. The chromium atomic number is 24. Its electron configuration, which already I have told you, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, which is exceptional, 3d5. So, it contains the outer shell 3d5 and 4s1. In the box diagram, we may write like this: 3d5, 5 and 4s1. 3d 4s. So, in this chromium contain CrOO minus, and this oxygen is bridge oxygen. How the bridge is possible? I will discuss. This is bridge, and this oxygen is terminal oxygen. Terminal oxygen, it is also terminal group, it is also terminal, this is also terminal, terminal and terminal. Now, what type of hybridization takes place? Here, the two chromium atoms are there. So, we may write two structure like this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 4s1, 3d5, 4s1. Now, there are 7 oxygen atoms are there. Out of 7 oxygen atoms, 2 oxygen atom, 1 oxygen, 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 oxygen. There is 4O, 2O minus, and 1 makes bridging oxygen. 1 oxygen is bridging oxygen, bridge group. Now, this each oxygen atom number 8, it contains 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Atom number 8, 2p4. Oxygen atom 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Hence, it contains how many partial filled p orbitals? Let us find out. 1s, 2s, and 2p. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, it contains 2 partial filled. It contains, each oxygen contains 2 partial filled p orbital. So, there is 4 oxygen is there, 2 O minus and 1 O. Each O minus contain 1s, 2s2, one is body out electron, hence it will be 1 partial filled p orbital. 1 partial filled p orbital. Now, in this case, we get the hybridization takes place D3s. Here, 3 d orbitals, 3 partial filled d orbital, 3 partial filled d orbital with 1 partial filled s orbital, 1 partial filled d orbital combined together forming d3s hybridization. It is also here another chromium is there which also forms the hybridization d3, 3 d orbitals partial field and 1s combined together to give 4 same energy orbitals which are called hybrid orbitals, d3s orbital. Now oxygen atom, there are 4 oxygen atoms, 1 oxygen atom give O, this O, 4 oxygen atom 1 O comes to here, overlaps with the hybrid orbitals, overlaps with the hybrid orbital and the other, these are unhybridized orbital. This is your unhybridized orbital, unhybridized orbital. So first number 1, out of 2 orbitals of oxygen atom, out of 2 p orbital partial field p orbital, 1 overlaps with d3s partial field orbital, and the other, there's 2 orbitals are there. I told you there's 2 orbitals. 1 overlaps with d3s and the other overlaps with this other partial field p orbital to unhybridized d orbital. This is your unhybridized, the other overlaps with unhybridized d orbital forming pi bond. ताले बर्तमान में देखिबा 4 ऑक्सीजन रु गोटे ऑक्सीजन गला दिस हाइब्रिड ऑर्बिटल, द अदर गोज टू दिस पार्ट, अदर ऑर्बिटल गोज टू फॉर्मिंग pi bond. Similarly, another oxygen form goes to one hybrid and the other goes to unhybridized forming pi bond, the other goes to hybrid orbital d3s hybrid orbital, and this remain there which contain O minus. O minus has only one orbital, O minus goes to this here, O2 minus comes to hybrid orbitals of d3s partial field orbital, and this 4s this is not 4s, this is d3s combined together 3d and 4s, this d3s orbital 1 and this d3s combined with from a bridge with oxygen. The two orbitals are there, it form a bridge with this chromium and this chromium forming the bridging oxygen. This is your bridging oxygen, it will be bridge oxygen. So this is the structure of potassium dichromate, and this O is combination of hematite, this sigma bond d3s with p, which are called d3s with p, d3s orbital hybrid orbital with p orbital of oxygen, it is a p3 p orbital and d3s. Similarly, this is d3s p orbital oxygen, this is overlap of d orbital unhybridized d orbital with dp, this is your dp and this is your dp partial field pi bond, and this oxygen bridging group d3s with d3s, the same as here O minus, this O minus is there, it is combined with this is d3s with p, the same as here, similar, this is your d3s p, this is hybrid with p orbital, another pi bond is formed with the this on d orbital dp, same manner. So the two tetraeder structures are joined by one bridging oxygen atom. This is the structure of potassium dichromate. Now let us discuss its oxidizing properties. Its oxidizing properties. Now potassium dichromate acts as very oxidizing agent. Kind oxidizing way it acts as oxidizing agent. It acts as oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. What do we mean oxidizing agent? The substance which oxidizes other substance but itself is reduced, that is called oxidizing agent. Here KMnO4, K2Cr27, K2Cr2O7, it is a potassium dichromate changed to Cr plus 3 state. Here, look at here, the chromium. What is the oxidation of chromium here? Each chromium is 2x plus 2 into 1 plus 2x minus 14 is equal to 0. This minus 14 is each oxygen is minus 2. Hence, it is minus 7 into minus 2 equal to minus 14. It is dita chromium ଅଛି ତେଣୁ ଗୋଟାକ ଯଦି x ହେଲା 2x potassium ହେଲା 1 2 into 1 plus 2x minus 14 is 0. So 2x is equal to plus 12. So x will be plus 6 state. So chromium changed to plus 6 state to plus 3 state. So since itself it is reduced, hence it is called, it is loss of electron or gain of electron. Let us find out. Plus 6 plus 3. So 6 plus अछि. हमें कौन कल 3 plus आसीबो 1 2 3 4 5 6. If we add 3 electrons, cancel it. So it will be plus 3. Gain of electron. Gain of electron is reduction. Since itself is reduced, it is a oxidizing agent. The question was asked, why potassium dichromate acts as oxidizing agent? You prove that Cr plus 6 changed to Cr plus 3. Itself is reduced. Hence, it is a oxidizing agent. Now, some of the reactions I will discuss. Number 1, it oxidizes ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate. It oxidizes ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate. Because your value 3, it is sulfate 2, so its name is ferric sulfate, and this is a ferrous sulfate. How can I write the reaction? Sometimes question asks, what happens when ferrous sulfate is treated with acid-fired potassium dichromate? The answer is, when ferrous sulfate is passed through acid-fired potassium dichromate, the orange color of potassium dichromate change to color change. Color changes. The color changes. Potassium dichromate color is orange. Color changes due to formation of ferric sulfate. Now write the reaction. What happens when ferrous sulfate is treated with acid-fired potassium dichromate? Now we may write 2 ways. One is by partial equation method, balance kari pariba by partial equation method. Our ionic equation, we may write the 2 methods. Ionic equation. Since now ionic equation used, we should follow always better. That is better one. We should follow the ionic equation. In the partial equation method, writing the potassium dichromate You may write like this, change to K2O plus Cr2O3, the couple 7 O, K2O, Cr2O3, 3 plus 1, 4O, to balance each part, then each part should be balanced. आगे तो भांगी दबा भांगी दे प्रति पार्ट को जो बैलेंस करवा दैट इज कॉल्ड पार्शियल इक्वेशन मेथड K2O Cr2O3 plus 3O balance चला 2K एपर 2K एपर 2 chromium एपर 3 plus 1 7O now this due to sulfuric acid पूरा sulfuric acid मिसवा जा प्रति पार्ट पूरा का sulfuric acid मिसवा सही है ताले K2O plus sulfuric acid we get K2SO4 plus H2O. Similarly, this part react to sulfuric acid, so we can break this one to partial K2O Cr2O3, but again Cr2O3 plus sulfuric acid we get Cr2 SO4 whole 3 chromic sulfate. This is called chromic sulfate. Each part of the balance is देखिए पड़िबो दीटा chromium वाला plus H2O. This 3H2O 3O is there. SO4 3 we may write the balance each part is balanced easily. Cr2 SO4 whole 3 3H2O. Then ferrous sulfate FeSO4 plus sulfuric acid plus O it form Fe2 SO4 whole 3 Fe2 SO4 whole 3 2 balance this Fe2 SO4 whole 3 and this will be plus H2O. देख लो balance है कि नहीं 8 12 13 here also 13 oxygen 2 hydrogen 2 Fe 3 SO4 2 SO4 H2 SO4 this O which comes here this comes oxidizing agent it oxidizes ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate. Now ताको मिसे दवा सब मिसे दला परे एटी O अछि तीनटा एटी हम 3O मिसिबा 3O this time K2O is there Cr2O3 balance each part is balanced cancel it K2O Cr2O3 then add all this how to balance it will be K2 Cr2O7 what ଅଛି plus H2SO4 1 H2SO4 is there 3 H2SO4 1 H2SO4 4 H2SO4 here is 3 7 H2SO4 plus 7 H2SO4 3 3 1 then 6 FeSO4 6 FeSO4 this oxygen cancelled এই পার্টটা পুরো ক্যান্সেল করে দেলে গলা পরিবর্তন হলা 3 4 7 H2O4 3 Fe2 SO4 whole 3 Cr2 SO4 whole 3 घोषिया दरकार नहीं खाली ऑटोमेटिकली आपे आप भारी आसीबो जे तुम निजे जान बुझी पारिबो Cr2 SO4 whole 3 गोटे अछि प्लस K2SO4 3H2O 6H2O 1H2O plus 7H2O. So when the question asked what happens when ferrous sulfate is treated with potassium acidified potassium dichromate, you have to write the equation by 1 mark and statement 1 mark. You write in the statement when potassium dichromate is treated with ferrous sulfate solution we get ferric sulfate. Here potassium dichromate acts as oxidizing agent. Now this is the partial equation method balance. How you can balance very important is by ionic equation method. Ion electron method that is called ion electron method. Balance the ion electron method. It is very important. Important is how to balance ion electron method. Ion electron method. How to balance? Suppose Cr2 ionic form, we write potassium dichromate, we may write Cr2O7 minus minus because potassium dichromate, how K लिखा दरकार नहीं. You may write this Cr2O7 minus minus. Now this is treated with this change to chromic sulfate होइतला पहले देखो chromic sulfate जो होइतला Cr होइतला +3. So we may write this Cr +3. Cr +3. Cr2O7 minus minus Cr +3. Balance this, here 2 Cr is there. So we may write this 2 Cr +3 because there are 2 chromiums are there. Then 7O is there to balance it. Now electron. Now what is the total number of oxidation number here? 2 chromium. 2x is there. Minus 14 is equal to minus 2. So 2x is equal to plus 12. So total here 2x is there. Here there is plus 12. Oxidation number, total oxidation. Here what is this? 2 into plus 3 plus 6. So electrons are not balanced. Here plus 12 and here is plus 6. Since the electrons are not balanced, we have to add 6 electrons here, which is very important. Since it is plus 12, it is plus 6, we have to add 6 electrons here. Cr2O7 minus minus plus 6E. How many oxygen atoms are there? 7. So 7, acid is there. Acid gives proton. So it will be 14H plus is equal to 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. Then Cr2O7 minus minus plus 6E plus 14H plus 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. So ferrous change to ferric. So in this only remember this. This is the ionic equation of acid-fied potassium dichromate. This is the reaction of acid-fied potassium dichromate. Now ferrous change to ferric. So simple way ferrous means Fe++ change to ferric. In reduction it is oxidation. So redox reaction, this pura reaction is called redox reaction. Fe++. Here is 1 electron 3टा प्लस अच्छे ताले एपटे इलेक्ट्रॉन मिसिबो किंबा एपटे माइनस केले हेबो ferrous. So total reaction is called both oxidation, the reduction, and this oxidation. Since reduction and oxidation takes place simultaneously, this is called redox reaction. Redox reaction. Both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Now balance the equation. Simple way. Here is 1E. Here is 6E. In order to balance the equation, we have to multiply this into 6. 6 means you will get Cr2O7 minus minus. This E cancelled plus 6 Fe plus plus. It will be 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O plus 6 Fe plus plus plus. So this is the balance equation of ferrous sulfate with acid-fied potassium dichromate. If you write this, you will get also full mark. It is a better one. Now this method is already applied to balance the equation. Now this is one, number 2. This is one. What happens when first it changes ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate? Number 1, it changes ferrous sulfate oxidizes ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate. Two. What happens when H2S, hydrogen sulfide, second, H2S is treated with most time H2S. What happens when H2S is passed through acidified K2Cr27 कौन लिखा जी बस लेकिन when H2S is passed through acidified potassium dichromate the orange color when answer will be when H2S is passed through acidified potassium dichromate the orange color change to green. The orange color is changed to green. The orange टा कौन है green है किमी ताला किन देखिबा ताले H2S is passed through acidified potassium dichromate. The reaction between will write reaction is K2Cr27 plus sulfuric acid plus H2S. Reaction will be K2SO4 balance करिबा आयोनिक मेथड कर दबा सुविधा हो Cr2SO4 whole 3 chromic sulphate plus H2O plus sulfur. Now this is the where can balance by ion electron method और balance करिबा आर मेथड भी सिंपल जो मेथड कल भी करि परिबो जदि आगोटे मेथड फर्स्ट मेथड जो कही भांगी दे करि परिबा हम भांगी दवा K2 फर्स्ट मेथड है K2Cr27 give K2O plus Cr2O3 plus same जिनस एका टाइप पूरा समान तो लास्ट इज चेंज्ड K2O plus sulfuric acid will get K2SO4 plus H2SO4 H2O K2O H2SO4 K2SO4 plus H2O Cr2O3 H2SO4 will get Cr2SO4 whole 3 plus 3H2O जा आगुर कही सेम दिन ये तीन समान acidified. Now last was H2S plus O it form H2O plus sulfur. Only the 3O is there. You multiply this 3 and cancel this. Cancel करते आपने मिशे दबो जोटा आसो that is the balanced equation simple way by partial equation method. How to balance the equation by partial equation method. Now the important is how to balance the equation by ion electron method. Cr2O7 minus plus 7 17OH 14H plus balance करिया पहले plus 6E सेठी जेमिति कहले सेया 2Cr plus 3 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O एकला बैलेंस वाला दीटा क्रमियम 6टा इलेक्ट्रॉन काहे गेला हम बुझै छी आगुरो ताले दीटा क्रमियम 17 ऑक्सीजन सेपरे 17 ऑक्सीजन 14टा H 14H plus 6 electron balanced plus 12 here is plus 6 hence 6 electron added then H2S we may write H2S will be S minus S sulfur H2S change to sulfur it is minus 2 here is 0 state plus 2H plus so this is the minus 2 here is 0 state ताले हमें कौन कले हमें अब minus 2 अच्छी 0 ताले एपटे हमें कौन कल हब एपटे minus 2E इब minus दीटा इलेक्ट्रॉन अच्छी दिया बाहर करना बाहर कले it will be 0 H0 then Your 2E, your 6E, multiply this into 3. Total will be Cr2O7 minus minus, 6 is cancelled, plus 3 H2S. Here is 14H plus, here is 6H plus. It will be plus 8H plus, will be form 3S plus 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. This is the ionic equation of this. Cr2 minus minus 3H2S, 8H plus 3S, 2Cr plus 3, 7H2O. Similarly, third equation, it oxidizes sulfur dioxide to sulfuric acid. Sulfur dioxide to sulfuric acid. Can sulfur dioxide to sulfuric acid kala? First, sulfur dioxide easily oxidized to sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide is soluble in water. Kahin se form kare? Soluble in water. You form a soluble in water with H2O, it form H2SO4. And when sulfur dioxide is treated with acidified KMnO4, similarly, the orange color changes to green due to formation of sulfuric acid and chromic sulfate, change of chromic sulfate. Similar manner, we may write same method, same jinso. Muta lekhu nahi, khali ionic method we may write. Last तीनटा step, पूर्व तीनटा step समान क्रमेर, এই तीनटा step सबବେଳେ समान. K2 Cr27 K2O plus Cr2O3 plus 3O. এটা আকিবজি সবুদা লেখো সমান. K2O plus sulfuric acid, K2SO4 plus H2O. Cr2O3 plus sulfuric acid, 3 will get Cr2SO4 whole 3 plus 3H2O. Now difference is here SO2. এই তিনটা প্রতি রিঅ্যাকশন সমান আসিব. লাস্ট রিঅ্যাকশন হবে SO2 plus O plus H2O because sulfur trioxide is soluble in water forming your H2SO4. ये खाली 3 मल्टीप्लाई करिवो तार मिसे दबो. This is the balanced equation तापर भारी पड़ो आपे. Now ionically we write Cr2O7 minus minus same method plus 14H plus 6E. It will form 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. This balance plus 12, here is plus 6, here is plus 6E. Now SO2 plus H2O, a form SO4, we write this, SO4 minus minus, balance SO4 minus minus plus 4H plus, 4H plus. Here SO2, here is minus 2, this is minus 2E. Is balanced. Sulfur dioxide here plus 4, here plus 6 sulfur. So hence here sulfur is plus 4, here sulfur is after the 6 plus 6, therefore it will minus 2E. Then minus 2E, here 6E, multiply this into 3. And multiplying we get Cr2O7 minus minus plus 14H plus 12H plus, we will get 2H plus 6E cancel, 6H2O, here 7H2O, you may write that side, it will give Cr2 minus minus 2H plus 3SO2, 6H2O, 7H2O. So here is 1H2O is there. H2O plus 12H, 14H, 2H plus 2Cr plus 3 plus H2O and sulfuric acid SO4 minus 3 SO4 minus. This is the balanced equation of potassium dichromate with sulfur dioxide. Then 6, 7, 13, 12, 13, 2H, 2 chromium, all are balanced. Now, potassium dichromate acts as a oxidizing agent. Similarly, it may oxidize to other substances, oxalic acid to carbon dioxide. Oxalic acid, suppose oxalic acid formula is H2C2O4. The C2O4 2 minus. We may write this Cr2 OCN minus plus 14H plus 6 electron, we get 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. C2O4 minus 2E, it forms 2 carbon dioxide. So, it multiply 3 and add the equation. This is all about a potassium dichromate. Let us start potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate KMN4. One is KMN4, it is called potassium permanganate. And this K2MnO4 is called, confusion hone pile, K2MnO4 is called potassium manganate. Potassium manganate. Here is potassium permanganate, that is your potassium manganate. Here in potassium permanganate, the manganese, we write ionically like this, MnO4 minus. Here K2MnO4, we may write this MnO4, same MnO4, but here is 2 minus. If gotte minus rehebo, that is called permanganate. If 2 minus remain there, that is called, it is manganate. If 1 minus there, that is potassium permanganate. Then potassium, our course is given you potassium permanganate. Now we'll prepare, how can prepare potassium permanganate? Preparation of potassium permanganate KMnO4. It can prepare from pyrrole site, that is manganese pyrrole site, that is manganese dioxide. Pyrrole site, that is manganese dioxide. आमे ताको manganese dioxide रू आमे ताको तैयारी करि परिबा. केमि तैयारी करबा तार when manganese dioxide, this manganese dioxide is treated with potassium hydroxide. Manganese dioxide first treated with KOH, number 1, potassium hydroxide, in the presence of oxygen. On heating, with heat kala pare, we will get potassium manganate, K2MnO4. We get potassium, potassium manganate. We get potassium manganate. Second method, प्रथम पहले MnO2 2 K2MnO4. Second is K2MnO4. Look, how will get KMnO4? That is done. Number A, by electrolytic oxidation. electrolytic oxidation method. देखो potassium manganate K2MnO4 solution is there. In the K2MnO4 is there, it form K2MnO4 electrolysis कले आमे K जमी KCl कले K plus Cl minus NaCl and Na plus Cl minus K2MnO4 form 2K plus MnO4 minus K2 MnO4 2 minus manganate ion 2K plus MnO4 minus. That solution means that water is there, water is also there. So on electrolysis potassium manganate, two parts, one is electrode cathode and anode. This MnO4 2 minus MnO4 2 minus at anode oxidation takes place at anode. MnO4 2 minus change to MnO4 minus. ताले वर्तमान एपट दीटा माइनस थिला एपट गोटे माइनस हैला ताले दीटा माइनस गोटे इलेक्ट्रॉन काटी दबा माइनस E, it will form MnO4 minus. So this is loss of electron. Here is oxidation हैला. Here takes place because Mn is plus 6 X minus 4 दूने 8 oxygen minus 2 is equal to minus 2. X will be plus 8 minus 2, that is equal to plus 6. Here this manganate MnO4 minus X minus 8 is equal to minus 1. X will be plus 8 minus 1, that is plus 7. So plus 6 change to plus 7 state. Here plus 6 state is changed to plus 7 state. Plus 6 state is changed to plus 7. Hence anode. At cathode gain of electron. Water is there, H2O plus E, it form hydrogen plus hydrogen will liberated plus OH minus. OH minus balance कर दे 2H2O will get 2OH minus. Here is again a reduction takes place. Then at cathode we get hydrogen gas. At anode we get this potassium permanganate. Then from potassium manganate, particular question pari how can you convert potassium manganate to potassium permanganate? That can be done by electrolytic oxidation. Here at anode the oxidation takes place from manganate to permanganate, and at cathode the hydrogen gas liberated. Which gas liberated cathode? Hydrogen gas liberated. It is another oxidation method is there by oxidation by chlorine. By oxidation by, if you take K2MnO4 plus chlorine, we get KMnO4, MnO4. With chlorine we can get KMnO4 change to manganate plus KCl. So this KMnO4 potassium manganate to potassium permanganate we can buy oxidation by chlorine. By other method but you can oxidize this, but this is the most convenient method which can be done by electrolytic oxidation. So this preparation of potassium permanganate. Now some of the important reactions of potassium permanganate. सेठी आम एसिडिक मीडियम रोकते इन डाइक्रोमेट केस. इन दिस केस KMnO4 कि जामे आगे करबा KMnO4 रे दीटा गोटे एसिडिक मीडियम रिएक्शन इन एसिडिक मीडियम टू न्यूट्रल और weakly or feebly alkali medium, neutral or alkali medium. In the acidic medium, like potassium dichromate कौन देखिबा in acidic medium मु दुटा रिएक्शन पार्ट करी पार्शियल इक्वेशन करेबी एंड आयन इलेक्ट्रॉन देखेबी देखि पारे बुझी पारे पिले सपोज oxalic acid treated with number 1 oxalic acid question answer कौन हम लिखिबा oxalic acid what happens when oxalic acid is treated with acidified potassium permanganate. The answer is when oxalic acid is treated with acidified KMnO4, the pink color when you write the answer will be like this when oxalic acid statement and equation both we have to write down otherwise you get the full mark. When oxalic acid is treated with acidified KMnO4 then the pink color potassium permanganate color is pink color is discharged how pink color ta udi jibo how rahibani colorless is discharged kind color rahibani because due to formation of manganese sulfate manganese sulfate मु दुटा इक्वेशन गोटे कहबी दुई थर कहबी अलग बेले खाली आउन इक्वेशन बुझे देबी बर्तमान फास्ट रे देख केमती होची वी मे राइट आइदर पार्शियल इक्वेशन मेथड और आयन इलेक्ट्रॉन मेथड बैलेंस करि परिबा सपोज KMnO4 भांगी दबा प्रथम भांगी दबा पार्शियल इक्वेशन प्रथम आर ऑक्साइड ऑफ पोटेशियम पाइबा ऑक्साइड ऑफ मैंगनीज पाइबा ऑक्साइड ऑफ पोटेशियम नाम क्यों लिखबा के र बैलेंस 1 ऑक्सीजन बैलेंस 2 सो K2 मैंगनीज बैलेंस 2 ऑक्सीजन बैलेंस 2 राइट K2 plus MnO and each part is balanced so here K is there we may write this 2 K2O plus 2 MnO plus the K is balanced manganese is balanced 8 oxygen here is K2O 2O dita O ye O 3O so there remain 5O puni kotial puni video the here 2 KMnO4 change to potassium oxide manganese oxide and 5 oxygen why it is 5 for 2 8 to 3 plus 5O similar manner we may write jemiti dichromate karthile K2O plus sulfuric acid we get potassium sulfate each part is balanced we have to find out whether each part is balanced or not here 2K 5O 2H so this part is balanced now MnO plus sulfuric acid we get MnSO4 plus H2O C2O4 oxalic acid H2 C2O4 it is oxalic acid plus O we get H2O plus 2 carbon dioxide. So in balance the equation 5O is there here is 1O is there H2O balance you multiply this by 5 and this is 2 MnO here is 1 MnO we multiply this by 2 now K2O cancelled 2 MnO cancelled 5O this part is completely cancelled so total summation of this will be 2 KMnO4 plus 2 sulfuric acid 1 sulfuric acid will be 3 H2SO4 plus 5 oxalic acid 5 H2C2O4 will get K2SO4 K2SO4 plus 2 manganese sulfate MnSO4 5H2O 2H2O 1H2O plus 8H2O auxilic acid 5 auxilic acid 5 oxalic acid ताले oxalic acid देले जो पिंक कलर थिला पिंक कलर इज डिस्चार्ज ड्यू टू फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मैंगनीज सल्फेट आउ कलर रहिबो नाही सो दिस कैन बी राइट इंपोर्टेंट मेथड इज बाय आयोनिक इक्वेशन मेथड आयोनिक आम केमिति लिखिबा ये जो इक्वेशन रे वर्तमान MnO4 we may write this equation MnO4 minus in the MnO4 minus manganese remain as X minus 8 is equal to minus 1 so X will be X oxidation number of manganese is plus 8 minus 1 is equal to plus 7 so manganese remain as plus 7 plus 7 change to plus 2 change to plus 2 Mn in acidic medium plus 2 MnO4 minus plus 7 to plus 2 that means 17 plus अच्छी एपटे दुईटा plus अच्छी then we have to add 5 electrons to balance electron 5e now there's 4 oxygen atoms there acid gives H plus so plus 8H plus it will be Mn plus 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 4 H2O. So this is the ionic equation of acid-fied potassium permanganate. Then treated with oxalic acid. Oxalic acid we may write C2O4 minus minus. It form 2 carbon dioxide. About theta electron अच्छी. I'm theta electron take it out minus 2e. So it is balanced. 2C did 4O4 balanced. That means 2e or 5e multiply here electron 2 अच्छी it is 5 अच्छी. So in this case we have to multiply here 2 and multiply 5. Then will be MnO4 minus plus 16H plus 2 MnO4 minus you multiply 2 MnO4 minus 16H plus 5 C2O4 minus minus we get 2 Mn plus plus 8 H2O plus 10 carbon dioxide. This is the balanced ionic equation of potassium permanganate with oxalic acid. Second part 2. What happens when ferrous sulfate? What happens? Question was that too. What happens when ferrous sulfate is treated with acid-fied? Is treated with बहुत some परीक्षा पढ़े उड़ा treated with acid-fied potassium permanganate. The answer will be when ferrous sulfate is treated with acid-fied potassium permanganate, then ferrous sulfate is oxidized to ferric sulfate. Ferrous sulfate is oxidized to ferric sulfate Fe2SO4 whole 3. How can I write this equation? Ionic method. I will use ionic method, which is more simpler. MnO4 minus plus 5e plus 8H plus जोटा आगुरी भी कही डिस्कस करी कहीं बोली Mn plus plus 4 H2O. Ferrous means Fe plus plus. Fe plus plus is to ferric. Here this is a oxidizing agent, it is a reducing agent. Here itself reduces +7 to +2, ferrous to ferric. Here -E multiplied 5. So this will be MnO4 minus plus 5 Fe plus plus is cancelled plus 8H plus Mn plus 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 4H2O plus 5 Fe 3 plus. So ferrous oxidized to ferric, oxidized, and this part is reduced, oxidized and reduced. So it acts as oxidizing agent. Is a reduce hochi, that it acts as oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. Number 3, it oxidizes potassium iodide to iodine. It oxidizes potassium iodide solution to iodine. Potassium iodide to iodine. So potassium iodide, oxidation number of iodine here -1, here is 0. So -1 to 0, it is oxidized. Now we may write this equation similar manner. K MnO4 minus MnO4 minus MnO4 minus plus 5E plus 8H plus, it form Mn plus 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 4H2O. Now Ki we may write ironically in the KCl, K plus Cl minus. So the K plus I minus, we may write I minus K does not change its oxidation number, only change of oxidation number is I minus 2I minus, it form iodine I2. Theta minus, it is 0 state. Duita minus ru 0 gala, then it will be -2E or +2E, because take out the 2 electrons to -2E. So it form, it is loss of electron. Loss of electron is oxidation. It is oxidation. It is gain of electron is called reduction. Here this acts as oxidizing agent into 5. It will be into 2. We'll get, cancel it, 2 MnO4 minus plus 16H plus plus 10I minus 5 into 2, 10I minus will be 5I2 plus 2 Mn plus 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 8H2O. The equation is balanced by ion electron method. So this is all about some of the reactions. In the next class, I will teach you the rest of the reactions and structure and F block elements. Thank you for patient hearing.